this an off-leash park? Oh, there's a sign right there with a bylaw that your dog needs to be on a leash. If you've been with me from the start with vlogs, you may recognize this as a familiar topic. Dogs off leash that are not in off-leash parks. On trails, walking trails, biking trails, just anywhere where they're not supposed to be. I don't know what it is. So I could turn this into a race thing. It's a privilege thing, which sometimes goes hand in hand with a race thing, but I've only seen old white people do it. I'm sure other people do it, but I've only seen Caucasian men and women, mostly women, in their senior years decide they don't need to obey the law. I've had 2 incidences on bike trails where I've almost crashed and gotten wrecked because of dogs off leash. 2 dogs actually once fighting each other in front of me on a trail as I turned a corner. Different owners. So I mean, these laws are around for lots of reasons, not just to protect me by any means, or other people that are walking or biking or trying to enjoy themselves without the threat of off-leash dogs. There's a second time this week that I've confronted somebody about it. My hand's getting tired. Anyway, switch hands. Yeah, the second time this week that I've confronted someone about it, both older white women. And like I say, it was exactly the same area too. And the funny thing about the area is there's a sign right there with the bylaw. But I mean, even if there is no sign, it's kind of like when you're driving in the city and there's nothing posted, you go 50. If you don't know what the speed limit is, it's 50. If you haven't come to a sign yet that tells you it's otherwise, it's 50. Well, if you're not at an off-leash dog park, your dog's on a leash. And I talk about privilege because it's a beautiful day. You know, you have the privilege right now, or any time that this has happened, of not being at work, of having the freedom to walk your dog in this beautiful city, on these trails, and everything else. But that's just not good enough. You even have the privilege of owning a leash, but you don't use it. Because notoriously, every one of these people that I've seen has a leash with them, but they are not using it. It drives me nuts. And then they have the nerve to get aggressive at me for pointing it out. Sometimes I bring it up nicer than others. I usually ask, is this an off-leash dog park? Sometimes they just get angry and don't answer. This time, this lady said, oh, I don't know. Well, there's a sign, and you passed it. And it's got a bylaw, and it says to keep your dog on a leash. I don't know what it is. It just drives me nuts. Sunday, and it is raining. Really giving her with the rain. Just a half day of time for me today, of like free time or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I was fixing this. Yeah, just a half day, but yeah, got to the studio pretty late. Got to go get groceries still. But it is really raining, so no riding today. It's supposed to rain for the next couple of days in a row. One thing is, I'm really enjoying the aftermath of the rain, which is the beautiful greenery and growth and vegetation and plant life and everything in the coulees, because for the first year I was riding, the coulees were just dry and just dead, and I still loved it. I still loved it, but then, you know, we got like 2 rains only, like the whole summer it seemed. I mean, there was like a grass fire, and there was like fire bans, and everything. It was a really dry summer. And now we're just getting storms and rain and rain and storms and rain and super, super hot. But, yeah, I can't ride as much, which sucks. So, oh well, I have been riding. I mean, whenever I can ride, I mean, I'm trying to ride. So, I don't know why I'm bringing this up right now. So, that's cool. Idiot. Riding Tabor yesterday though, And just like a quick thing, because I went there to show Randy Trout Pond, because when weather cooperates, it's a great place, I think, to take the girls for a bike ride. It's great for Lily. It's like the perfect amount of bike ride for her, with some climbs and some downhill parts that she likes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so then after, they went for ice cream and I went to go and just hit a trail real quick. And I really wanted to try this climb. It's called Paintball Climb. I've done it twice before, but I've never cleaned it. Like, I had to get off my bike like halfway, I think, the first time. And yeah, I really wanted to just have, just to get some exercise and just really push myself and just do something real quick. But on the way down the climb, there was like vehicles coming up, and I was not expecting that. And so it was like there wasn't a whole lot of room to maneuver on the side either, so that was fun. And this is just a testament to the fact that I need to have my GoPro with me, like, all the time, like, way more often. Like, if I was going to go for a ride, I should have, I thought about it beforehand, and I'm like, nah, it's just going to be a quick ride, whatever, not much is going to happen. I don't expect to get wrecked on anything because of the trail I knew I'd be doing. And I was like, it just won't be that exciting. But I mean, I could see wildlife or things like that could happen. There's just always unexpected stuff, and this would have been like a little added thing, you know, for the vlog. That would have been nice. And I need to be more diligent about bringing my GoPro places, because when I'm not, I miss out on stuff. The very small amount of stuff that there is to vlog in my life. It's Tuesday and it's raining a lot, so my dream of riding trails tomorrow is dead. There's just no way. It's been raining on and off for like 3 days, but this is like on, like, for hours and hours and hours straight of like just sideways rain, not just a drizzle. Like, it's raining hard to such a degree that a lot of places, I think, are suffering the same fate as the gallery here. I don't know if you can see yet the not goodness that is happening here, but this is all just lovely times. I don't mind rain in and of itself, like walking in the rain, driving in the rain, whatever, but again, biking is something I would love to be doing. And I'm just fortunate that the studio doesn't leak like that. I don't have any leaks in my studio, so good news for me. Things to be grateful for. I've been feeling pretty stagnant this week again. I don't know if it has anything to do with any slight anxiousness that I feel about looking towards the future and the summer and moving and jobs or lack of jobs and a need to move and finances and possibly no jobs and like not even subbing possibly if you know, schools aren't back in session. I don't know if it relates to that or not. Probably not, but I don't know. It's just general anxiety, and stagnation gives me anxiety too, and not making enough time. I don't know, and being tired. Man, like everything's just so, I feel like I'm too tired most days to really push myself to follow through on some goals and some projects and things. And I'm not feeling very disciplined and or motivated. And also, like, it's the cycle of being like, oh, I don't know, like, I'm just not feeling great because I haven't accomplished anything, and because I don't feel great, then it's harder for me to want to accomplish anything. And stupid cycles over and over and over again. I've been struggling with this for months. And I'm still trying to figure out how to really make use of the free time that I have. And I think I'm getting better at it, but not enough has been accomplished, or not enough big. I think part of the stuff that I have accomplished has not been satisfying enough. And I don't usually have that problem, but I mean, part of it is paintings. Like, I feel like the last handful of paintings I've done have been not good, and I haven't been excited about them. And it's not just art related, because there's a lot of writing and stuff I want to do, and maybe I'll get to that sooner than later. I don't know. Anyway, just spilling my guts. If you happen to be one of the few artists that is watching this vlog, I have a hot tip for you, and also just me ranting about something annoying that I already knew, and then I did it anyway, hoping that the results would be different, but that's because I'm silly. This is gesso. It's put on pretty thick in these parts. I mean, I used it in other places too, and it's like completely dry because it was pretty thin, but this is still soft to the touch, and it's been drying for 24 hours. And the reason, oof, you can even see that little indent I just made. Yikes. Oops. The reason it's still soft to the touch is because I spray painted over top of it, and it just sealed it in and locked it in, and then it can't dry properly. But I really wanted to work on this red background today, and I couldn't wait for it to dry anymore, and I was like, oh, it'll still dry, it's 24 hours, it'll be fine. Nope. So hot tip, if you are in the position where you are putting on really thick gesso and want to have it dry for the next day, but you also need to spray paint a background because you want to paint on it the next day and don't want to wait for that to dry too, don't do this, because this is just counterproductive. It would have been quicker if I had just let it dry for 24 hours, came in, spray painted it, and let that dry, for a half hour or whatever, and then it would have been fine. However, the problem also is that I can't really spray paint in here and expect to come in here a half an hour later with, the fumes and whatnot, because I have I don't have any ventilation. So this struggle is real. Well, that is going to cap off the vlog for this week. Other videos that I have up this week, a bunch. So there is a conversation as per usual. It is on parenting, or what makes a good parent, I guess. Not on parenting, but what makes a parent, in parentheses, a good one. Also, there is a raw ride of 6 Mile. It's helmet cam. Second time I've ridden 6 Mile this season, and I just love that trail. It's super, super tight. I love it. So that's there. And there is an album review, continuing the series of top 10 albums that changed my life. It is number 9. I've been working on this for like a year. I thought I would have had it done a long time ago. So it is on A Perfect Circle's Mare de Noms, so that is there as well. You can check that out. With that, we'll see you in another time.